Hi there. Have you got a new idea for a product or service that you want to launch to your warm audience? What if I told you that you could launch it, make sales, and get clients in within the next 7 days without having to create a complicated launch or spend loads of time, money, and energy on getting lots of pieces in place? If you're new to me, hi, my name's Cathy Topping, and I'm the creator of Copywriter in Your Pocket, which is an AI copywriting assistant that I've developed. So what I wanted to share with you in this video is a strategy that I've used time and time again to launch new products and services to my warm audience. What I'm going to be doing is going through specifically something that I did recently where I had the idea for Copywriter in Your Pocket based on some feedback I got on some social media posts. I ran with the idea, and then I got 50 people signing up for the beta of the program or of the system in sort of under a week. Now, so what I want to do is just show you exactly what I did, why it worked, and to give you some ideas so you can hopefully replicate these results for yourself. So I've got this document here. Once I've got this video done, it will be here for you for your reference. And if you want a copy of this step-by-step guide, just let me know and I will send it through to you. So here's the overview of what I did. First of all, I tested the idea. So I had a seed of an idea. I've been noticing that people have been using, say, ChatGPT over the last year or so, and increasingly were getting jaded with the results and the output that they were getting from it. So I started playing around with something called Claude instead, and I noticed that the output was a lot better and required a lot less editing, and it was a lot less obvious than sort of ChatGPT is out of the box. So I started playing around with it and was getting good results. And so I created the post saying, this is what I've been doing. It's been kind of blowing my mind, and I've been creating a system with it that's working really well for me. So I posted that on my Facebook profile, and as you can see, I got like loads of comments. So I was like, oh, I'm onto something. And if you want to actually see the post itself, you can just click on this link and it will take you through to my post on Facebook. So, you know, I'm not making this up. This actually happened. So I was like, cool, I've got this idea. I think it's going to work. I haven't got anything actually created in a format to kind of sell to anybody yet, but I'm going to start working on that behind the scenes. So I seeded the idea to my audience. I kept talking about the product behind the scenes. I kept talking about the product through Facebook posts, and like, here's an example one. And just to kind of let people, I'm kind of bringing people in on the journey with me. So I, just letting them know what I'm doing and that there will be some early bird tickets. And again, if you go to my profile, you'll see that I was kind of doing this consistently, just over a couple of days. Behind the scenes, I was able to just create the first introductory model so that I had something to give to people when it went on sale. Then I thought about, okay, what could my incentive be? Now, if it's something new, generally the best incentive is to offer people some sort of early bird discount. So what I said was, right, I'm going to offer this for $50 for early adopters, knowing that when I've got the full system developed, it's going to be something that I'm going to sell for about $250, which I still think is a bargain for everything that I'm putting into it. And then I also built in a deadline. And so for $50, what I made clear to people was that you're going to just get a really small thing right now. But next week is when you're going to get the next piece of it. And then the following week is when you're going to get the next piece of it. So I explain this all in my posts and in all my marketing. And I built in a deadline for people to be like just grab it for $50, hold tight, and it's all going to come out. Yeah, be released to you over time. I then created a sales page so that I had all this to explain to people. And part of what I'm creating inside Copywriter in Your Pocket is what I have created so far, what's in there right, at the moment are sales pages. So it's a little bit meta. So I've got prompts and frameworks and everything to help you write sales pages. So this is how the sales page product looks now. A couple of weeks ago, back then, it's slightly different because it was at that $50 price and there was less stuff ready. But my point is that the system I was creating allowed me to create a sales page for my product in a very short period of time, and also allowed me to kind of iterate the ideas behind it. So, how I was kind of articulating it and what I was including and all that kind of stuff. And that's the beauty of using AI tools to do this, is that you can quickly get your sales page written, and then you can read it and be like, okay, hang on, this isn't right or that isn't right. So as a way of helping with your offer and your ideas, it's amazing. So I've got my sales page ready. I've got my beta offer incentive, which is an early adopter price, and I had a deadline. Then I started, when I had all that in place, first thing I did was I went back and I followed up with warm leads. So remember, I've been seeding the idea, I've been creating these posts, people have been commenting. So I had like quite a lot of people, I'd say at least, I didn't count them, I would say in the region of 100 people who had expressed some sort of interest. So I went back to all those posts and I let them know, hey, it's live. I've got this beta offer. Here's what I'm doing. Here's the deadline. So there's an example of the type of thing I was doing. Again, you can go stalk my profile and you'll see it all in action. I was also doing this on my email list and in Facebook groups. It wasn't just my Facebook profile. And I was also doing it on LinkedIn. But for me, my Facebook profile is where I get a lot of engagement and stuff happening. And then I had my deadline. And so I just got to work and had loads of content that I shared leading up to that first deadline. So I averaged 3 to 4 posts a day. And how did I write so much content? I, again, use the system I've created inside Copywriter in your pocket. Now, I'll be honest, this first iteration of doing it was pretty exhausting, because what I was doing was building out the frameworks, testing them myself, using the output to then promote the thing that I was building. So the whole, this first kind of week was super intense, because I wasn't just selling, I was building, testing, and, all the creative energy that goes with that. Whereas now that I've got this stuff in place, it's a lot easier to just be like, right, now just write me some posts. Like I've done the testing and I know that it works. And if you want to have a look at how it works now, there's a video here that's on YouTube that you can watch. If you just click on this link, it will take you through, and I'll show you exactly the process inside Claude, the frameworks, and how it's all coming together. And then what I've done here is here's some examples of the posts that I shared. So this obviously isn't all of them, so go have a look. But to give you an idea of, it isn't just about spray and pray with content, it's about being strategic. So I shared posts that showed people were buying, and it looked something like this. And I shared a few of these. So each day, as more people were joining, I was able to share a screenshot of like, hey, I've hit 30 members, I've hit 40, I've hit 50. I added in one more bonus during that week as well. So everyone who'd already bought got this. And then, I added in like a bonus for the sales page review. I shared content showing the features. People want to see how you're delivering the result that you promised. So I started showing screenshots of the output I was getting to show that, hey, this works in a way that ChatGPT or the way you're currently doing isn't working for creating your content. I shared content dealing with objections. So and there's quite a lot of this is the bulk of it, but things like, questions that had come in, or, struggles that I know people have with using AI or with writing content. So I wrote a bunch of content around that. I shared social proof. So it was still early days, remember, but I was still getting some feedback. So I started sharing those screenshots. And then I also obviously shared last minute reminders because I had that deadline built in. And I got a flurry of sales in the last minute. And I did hit my 50. It was kind of weird because it was like the universe aligned. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh my God, I've actually hit 50, because I think it was 48 when I went to bed. So there you go. That's the kind of overview of the strategy. And this isn't the first time I've done this. I've done this loads of times. But essentially, if you, before building anything, test your idea with your audience, see if people are interested, come up with some sort of incentive to get people to then, they might say they're interested, but will they buy it? And, have idea in your mind of like what's worth it for you. So if I get this many sales at this price, is it worth it for me to continue or not? So that's like for you, it needs to kind of make sense for you as well. Build in a deadline. If you join up for Copywriter in your pocket, you'll have this system that allows you to like just create the content you need, create the sales page you need. That's how you could get it done in under 7 days, because otherwise I know how it works. You can spend weeks and weeks just trying to kind of get everything out and articulated. Copywriter in your pocket will just help you fast track that. Always follow up with any warm leads you've got, any conversations that you've had, share loads of content, and keep reminding people. You'd be surprised. You think you're oversharing, but people don't see all of your content. And if you do that, you should hit your goals. So hope this is helpful, and thanks for watching.